Hey Greedy 3Ders, welcome to today's episode. I'm sorry about the noise in here. We're doing a load of printing. It's only a small little man cave. Everything is done under one roof. And today for you, I'm going to be painting and making Diana Prince Wonder Woman, but the zombie version from Berserk that they released on the Halloween drop. Stay tuned if you want to see how I painted her up. And don't forget to check out my previous video, old Bruce Brain, Batman, and I'll put a link here. Stay tuned. For that corpsed, pallid look, we're going for bleach bone from Army Painter to put the skin tones on, and I'm using it through my airbrush, and I'm going to do a little bit of a precision job on getting it on her face. I don't want to get it all over her hair and her clothes. Some's going to overspill, of course it is, but on the whole I'm just trying to keep it as tidy as I can, getting a complete coat across. And once that's on and it's dry, that's the only layer of skin I'm going to do, so I'm going to give that a seal with some Rust-Oleum clear to protect all that paintwork from the next step, which is going to be some washing using some leather brown, again from the wonderful Army Painter. Just pop it on there all across her face and all across her chest. You can rub a little bit of any excess you get off, but let's let some of that browny colour settle into the skin and give her that death look. Now, just to make her eyes look a bit sunken and a little bit dead, I'm going to use some dry brushing of some jet black just to give her some, looks like she could be the lead singer of Kiss, I guess, but let's get those eyes nice and dark and corpse-like. What I'm going to do next is I am going to take a very light colour, a white, and I'm going to paint them in the eyes. Now that's not her final colour for the eyes, but I just want to give that a frame of white so that when I put the main colour into the eyes, it looks a lot better. And I'm taking some pink, this pink here from Elegoo, and I'm going to pop this across the inner parts of her gums to give her gums a bit of colour. I just want to have a contrast in the gums. Now I know, yes, she's dead, but we need a bit of pink in there. Now for the eyes, the main base colour I'm going to do is this Zealot Yellow. It's an Army Painter speed paint and it's version 1, and as you can see, that's just giving it a ready, a yellowy look, and I'm happy with where we've gone with that. Now some Drake's Tooth from Army Painter is the colour that I'm using to give her teeth a base coat here. Again, this isn't going to be the final colour on her teeth, but it's certainly going to be a nice base tooth-like colour. Not white, it's not going to be like enamel, but we want a nice yellowy, greeny colour, so we're going to do a little bit of work on that. So get this Drake's Tooth on there as a base layer first of all. And that's what she looks like now with her eyes done, her lips done, and her teeth done. Now, Imperial Gold for the headband, and I'm going to give it a couple of layers of this. This is the first layer going on. It did need about 3 layers on that, and don't worry, we don't want to make it too neat and tidy. We're going to splatter some blood on it later and wear it out a bit. Now for the teeth, the final stage in those is going to be pallid bone. This again is the number 1 speed paint from Army Painter. When I say number 1, I mean version 1, not version 2. I've not used version 2, but this version 1 colour looks amazing on manky teeth. You might have seen me use this on Batman in a very, very recent video. Again, in that Batman video, you saw me using this blood colour all over him, and I'm going to do the same for her. I'm just going to get a thin brush and I'm going to channel it around her lips and around some of the nooks and crannies of her face, especially the gaping holes in her chest, and the gouge marks also in her chest are going to get a really thick layer of this, and I'm going to generally splatter it around the chest all over. It's not the final colour, but it's certainly going to be one of the base colours that we give her, and that's what she looks like with the first layer of red on there. Don't worry, there will be more to do moving forward. Now we're going to take some of this blood for the blood god from Citadel, water it right the way down. I don't want it too thick, and I'm going to just pop it on, and you'll see what it does. It kind of like settles into the background, into the crevices and into the grindy bits and the nasty bits on her skin, on her chest and body, and that's exactly what we're after, just to give her that covered in blood, skin's been pulled away, it's all rotting look, and that's what I'm after. Not too thick, otherwise we'd just be painting her red, and we don't want to do that. And I do think a zombie needs to have some blood look about them, and that will certainly give you that. It's a fantastic paint. Again, Citadel. I'll try and put a link in the description where you can get it from, but there you go. We've started off that. All I've done for the eyes as well now is a yellow dot on a red circle, and that's her eyes done with a little bit of a black outer line as well, and that's it, done and dusted. Now, to paint the uniform, I want to mask off all that wonderful work that I've done on it, so I'm just using some masking tape, and I'll probably pop a bit of tin foil around it as well. But this masking tape is brilliant. It comes in different widths, and I'll put a link in the description where you can get it from. And I'm going to protect her bosom, her rotting bosom, while I paint some greedy gold on it with my air gun. And now I know that everything else is protected, I can just get a tan. Painting on gold is a difficult colour to get on it really evenly, and popping it on the airbrush makes life a lot easier. So this masking stage and painting with the airbrush definitely saves a bit of time, but it also gives you a much better look. And the reveal, and let's have a little look. Let's take all that masking tape off, let's take all that tin foil off, and I'm sure you'll be pleased with what it looks like. It's not the end result on that uniform, but it's certainly a very good start. And there we go, that's all off. I love masking tape. I did think about using a little bit of liquid mask, but masking tape did the job on this occasion. As you know, a uniform has got a little bit of red in it, so I'm just going to use some pure red here, and I'm going to follow the lines of the uniform carefully using a flat brush. And this had about 2 layers of the red, and I painted that on. I found this bit quite relaxing, to be fair. It went on really well. As I say, I let it dry, give it another layer, and that was done and dusted. I didn't want to do too much to this because it's going to take away from the rest of it, but panel line is an ink that you use to just line some of that gold. You've seen me use this on previous videos. This stuff is fantastic. It's not the easiest thing to get hold of, but my god, it is amazing. I think I got this from eBay, so if you can't find it on the mighty Amazon, do a little bit of a hunt around on eBay, but it's definitely worth getting a bottle or 2 of this marvellous stuff. Now, just to finish off, I'm going to dry brush the base with a little bit of plate mail, and the other thing I'm going to do is just give her hair a real light coat of this as well, just to shine that up, because her hair is very black, and I want to make sure we take a little bit of that off and make it look a little bit shinier than just matte black. But of course, she's a zombie. I don't want to look in too clean, so we're going to take this thick bristled brush. I'm going to dip it into the paint, the blood from the blood god, with a bit of water on there, and I'm going to splatter and speckle some blood across her, especially onto that nice gold that we did for her uniform. I want this splatter all the way across, and that will include her hair, her face, her chest, everywhere really. Last stage now, gloss varnish for the eyes. We want the eyes, the mouth and the glistening bits on her to look wet, glistening and slobbery. Exactly the same process as I did to Batman, which you can see in one of my previous videos. And Wonder Woman is finished. Again, as I said before, it's not hard to paint. With zombies you can go to town. Please don't show it the kids. Here's the end result. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the second zombie of the Justice League zombie set that I'm going to make for you guys. Superman's coming very soon. If you want to support the channel, please subscribe to the channel, please share, please like, please leave me a comment. I really do want to hear what you think about what we've done here with Wonder Woman. If you want to join the Patreon, come on board, you'll be more than welcome. And if you want to buy anything from the item description, you will see that it's an Amazon affiliate link, and a little bit will get back to the channel. Big thank you to my Patreons. Thank you, guys, and thank you all for supporting the channel, and I'll see you real soon for the next video on Greedy 3D. See you later, boys and girls.